Debating with me tonight on debate number one, just a quick introduction to our panelists patiently waiting. Thank you for your patience, gentlemen. Barrister Saeed Syed from Islamabad, Major General Khalid Naeem from Islamabad, Jan Achakzai, leader of the PMLN and political commentator from Islamabad, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao from Islamabad, from New Delhi, Editor-in-Chief Newsmobile.in Saurabh Shukla, General G.D. Bakshi of the Indian Military Review, Maroof Raza, a consulting editor, Seshadri Chari, member of the National Executive and convener of the BJP's Foreign Affairs Cell, and Tarek, Fatah, author and columnist. Okay. Big legislation being passed in Parliament, so cutting late to the Newshour debate number one. Apologies for that. Gentlemen, let me start by asking Jan Achakzai, who's leader of the PMLN and a political commentator from Islamabad, and feel free, any of our Indian panelists, to jump straight into the debate. The hashtag tonight is Pak Terror Parade. Pak Terror Parade is the hashtag. And I want to ask you, Mr. Achakzai, that this devious double game that your country is playing is remarkably foolish because it exposes you globally. You seek acknowledgement and credibility from India and the rest of the SAARC nations. You invite over interior and home ministers to Pakistan to discuss terrorism. But while you invite people to your capital to discuss terrorism, you unleash terrorists on the streets. You've unleashed terrorists on the streets and you expect people to have a discussion on terrorism in Islamabad. You pretend you are serious about talks, engaging your neighbors. You unleash terrorists on the streets to keep your terror agenda alive. What is this, some form of blackmail? Mr. Achakzai, you're trying to blackmail the SAARC leaders who are arriving in Islamabad?
The people of Pakistan are appalled at the genocide going on in occupied Kashmir, and today the message was sent out to the Indian establishment that what is going on, gross human right violation, is not acceptable.
No, so what you basically say? Oh, one sec, debate is open. Saurabh responds. One minute.
About what's happening in Quetta.
One at a time.
Yes, the government has the responsibility to welcome Mr. Rajnath,
the number
but
of
the people of Pakistan,
your own backyard,
their anger against the human rights violation in Kashmir
that they are giving to an Indian dignity.
What's going on in the streets of Islamabad?
No, Mr. Achakzai. Come on, Mr. Achakzai.
Provided by the ISI.
Do not accept what is going on in Kashmir. That is the double game that the Indian troops are playing in Kashmir.
Sir, let's understand this. This happens.
What do you know about Kashmir, Mr. Achakzai?
We know that
even recognize your own backyard.
Dozens of people have been killed.
No, you worry about Balochistan.
And international
You're a member of parliament from there.
About that. Balochistan is the raw sponsored.
Yes, why don't you worry about your backyard?
Being operated in Balochistan. Remember,
yes.
It was Yadev who was arrested, Gulboshan, the Indian state actor, unearthed in Balochistan.
Yeah, right.
So no equivalence
Akbar
between
Bukti was Indian,
and
Khairbakhsh Murray was Indian,
so the Indian
Ataullah Mengal was Indian,
unfolding in
Sheru Murray was Indian.
I just one second, Mr. Achakzai, 1 second. Mr. Achakzai, let me give you a situation. Mr. Achakzai, don't get worked up. Right? Don't get worked up. Let's speak calmly. Okay? I give you a situation, Mr. Achakzai. Okay, let's realize what a ridiculous country you've become. And please, I am being polite. I'm only calling you ridiculous as a country. My question is, Mr. Achakzai.
I take strong exception to it. You are biased. I really condemn your word. India is beyond ridiculous.
Well, Mike, I have a bias. I have a bias.
You're a disgrace.
I have a bias. I have a bias, Mr. Achakzai. 1 minute. Tarek, one second. Gentlemen, calm down. See, Mr. Achakzai, I have a bias. Okay? You're a Pakistani and I'm an Indian.
So don't pretend.
One second. Mr. Achakzai.
You are a biased.
Have you finished?
Biased journalist. Thank you.
Okay. So it's all right. Thank you very much. The more a Pakistani, the more a skewed and prejudiced Pakistani observer calls me biased, I take it as a compliment. Now answer my question. Today, if
He's an
Osama
orderly
bin
of the
Laden...
Pakistan military.
No, one second. If Osama bin Laden... You've been to New York, Mr. Achakzai? You've been to
Yes.
New York? So, Mr. Achakzai, you know Times
Yes.
Square? Suppose you're walking in Times Square. Okay? And you've gone there to buy a burger in Times Square. You come out of the shop and you see this man walking around on the streets of Times Square. And you ask him, what is your name? And he says, my name is Osama bin Laden. And you ask him, what are you doing here? Well, I'm just leading a protest march. Or for that matter, in Islamabad, suppose you were to walk on the streets of Islamabad, you meet another man. And you ask him, who are you? He says, well, my name is Mullah Omar. Right? And you say, what are you doing? He says, I'm just leading a protest march. I'm leading a protest march on the streets of Islamabad. And you ask him why? He says, because of Afghanistan delegation is coming. So American delegation comes, you can have Osama bin Laden on the streets. If an Afghan delegation comes, you can have Mullah Omar on the streets. Tomorrow, if another American delegation comes, you may have Ayman al-Zawahiri on the streets. I mean, have you got any logic, any shame today?
Now,
no, you've got it. No, Tarek Fatah, it's crossed all limits now. Tarek Fatah is responding on how ridiculous the situation is. You cannot have a terrorist on the streets. Tarek Fatah is here.
Let me answer the question.
Tarek Fatah, go on.
What is going on?
You see, these guys that you invited on your show cannot speak without the clearance of the ISI. Don't take them too seriously, Arnab.
No,
they are limited. They've got blood on their hands. They've killed Pashtuns. This Mr. Achakzai is a disgrace to up to Samad Achakzai and Mahmood Achakzai. What world are they living in?
It's unacceptable.
These are the leftover, the people who've given refuge to Mullah Omar in Quetta. The entire Quetta Shura lives in your city. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, we have one second. Let's get Maroof in on the significance of what's happening.
You cultivate terrorism and you send it out to the rest of the world to blow up people everywhere.
The Indian state,
Mr.
That's your main export. India's IT, which is information technology.
Okay.
Your IT is international terrorism. That's the difference between India and Pakistan.
That's what's going on in Kashmir.
Okay, Mr. Achakzai. Mr. Achakzai, see, Kashmir is... Mr. Achakzai, remember, what is... Let me show you some pictures today, viewers. Let's go to those pictures full frame. There's a man called Syed Salahuddin who's sitting on the streets of Islamabad. Syed Salahuddin is sitting... One second.
Given to him by his masters.
Syed Salahuddin is sitting 6 kilometers from the ISI headquarters, right? Now, may I ask you, this man is not a student leader. He's a globally designated terrorist. You have a globally designated terrorist, Abid Rao, who's on the streets of Islamabad. And you're saying, well, because we feel for the people of Kashmir and we are against India. By that logic, and please be logical today. I am only asking you to be a little logical today. I hope that is not asking for too much from you. Abid Rao. Jalaluddin Haqqani was once heading the Haqqani network, right? He's now speculated to have died. Suppose an American delegation were to be visiting. Okay? And when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State,
Don't compare India with America, or for that matter,
allow me to complete the analogy. Why are you getting nervous?
Illegally, immorally, since last 70 years.
One question.
This is a very different. You are giving very wrong examples.
Viewers, the Pakistani guests are getting paranoid about my questions. What should I do?
Comparable to any situation in the world.
Our Pakistani guests are getting paranoid about my questions.
Announces that he is coming to
Arnab, may I come in?
And he will not meet any government official. He has fallen from grace.
How is a terrorist on the streets of Islamabad? Just tell me.
Human level.
How is a terrorist?
Hold on, let me finish my
How is a terrorist? No, you can't make a speech here. Is Salahuddin a terrorist? Is Syed Salahuddin a terrorist?
His counterpart, that is
he a terrorist?
Because he was scared that he will have to answer what India is doing in Kashmir.
Okay, here's a question.
21 days of curfew, 70 people dead, 200 blinded. So
Abid Rao,
like to kill?
Abid Rao,
you talk
Abid Rao, is Syed Salahuddin a terrorist? Abid Rao, listen, take a breath, take a deep breath. You can't carry on like this, you're going to fall sick. Relax. Tell me one thing. Is Syed Salahuddin a terrorist? Simple. Listen to me. You are looking very worked up today. I'm asking you a question. Sir, answer my question. As far as my information is concerned, sir, please remember, United States State Department, Chapter 8, says Hizbul Mujahideen.
Forget about United States. India, don't try to put on their shoes. You are too small,
Abhidrao, relax now.
Not compare yourself.
Abhidrao, why are you getting paranoid? You are nothing. You're just a terrorist nation, so don't worry about it. I'm sure you are embarrassed about it. Do you think you like being in a terrorist country?
Like that.
You would have liked to be part of a civilized country.
He would not like to meet his counterpart.
Abhidrao,
is that civilized by any standard?
Abhidrao, hear me. Abhidrao, listen, please. First of all, let's have a conversation. Okay? I'm going to ask you a question. Don't get worked up. You're representing your country's point of view.
Vis-a-vis Pakistan.
Of course, compared to you, we are.
Not succeeded in
compared
Kashmir,
to you, we are. We are a mega power compared to you. So let me tell you that. We are a mega power compared to you. Sir,
and every time you are not desperate to save Kashmir or India from breaking up.
You know something, Abhidrao? Till now, I kept my cool with you. You are provoking me. I am asking you one question.
You are being very, very illogical.
Am I asking you to give me certificates? So don't give me certificates. I'm not asking for. Tarek Fatah is on the debate. 1 second. Just a minute.
No, we also don't need any certificates.
How is... No, 1 second. Be reasonable. For God's sake, Mr. Abhidrao. Mr. Abhidrao, the international community has urged the United Nations to issue sanctions against Syed Salahuddin.
Don't quote what America says. What Afghanistan says.
International community, not America.
Talk about Kashmir.
Sir.
You talk about our problems with each other.
Is Syed Salahuddin a terrorist?
Behave like a superpower.
Is Syed Salahuddin a terrorist? Is Syed Salahuddin a terrorist? Is he a terrorist? Why is the Bangladeshi Interior Minister not coming for the SAARC summit? Why is the Bangladeshi Interior Minister not coming to the SAARC summit?
You will go wrong terribly.
1 second. Abhidrao, listen. This fake aggression does not work. You need to understand this, that Hizbul Mujahideen is one among the biggest banned terror organizations in the world. By allowing him on the streets, our home minister is in your state country's capital. Show him some respect. Maroof is on the debate tonight. Maroof is on the debate. Maroof is on the debate. Maroof, go on. Sir, please. Maroof is on the debate.
Arnab, may I? Arnab. Air Marshal Sahab, please give me your indulgence for about a minute or two. Now, Air Marshal, please. You know I hold you in regard, but unfortunately, on some occasions in the recent past, you have started parroting the same lines that come from everybody else in Pakistan. You keep talking about genocide in Kashmir, but what you do in Baluchistan or what you do in Gilgit-Baltistan or what you do in Muzaffarabad is acceptable to you.
You have one person sitting from Balochistan doesn't make him a
No, sir. Kashmir is also not your headache. Air Marshal, let me tell you something. Let me expose your lies.
You say Kashmir is your headache.
You say UN resolution on Kashmir applies, but UN resolution on terrorism doesn't apply. How can you be half honest? Be fully honest.
You are not following UN resolution.
You are a failed state.
Why should Pakistan follow a UN resolution when India is defaulting on that?
Madeleine Albright had called you an international migrant. Why did she call you an international migrant? Because you are a liability to the international community. Anything you do in Baluchistan, anything you do in Baltistan is acceptable. What we do in Kashmir, आप उनके कैसे चैंपियन बन गए? एयर मार्शल साहब आप उनके कैसे चैंपियन बन गए? आपने तो कश्मीर में कदम भी नहीं रखा है. You have not even stepped in Kashmir.
These two are not comparable.
You are chest on Kashmir.
You are misleading the audience of India.
Of your own
Don't miscalculate Pakistan today.
You people fail to have any sensible narrative about your country and your future. You keep chanting.
Today Rajnath Singh is in Islamabad. One second. Just a minute. Today Rajnath Singh is in Islamabad. Maroof, if I may please be allowed to come into the debate and place it in context for all our viewers watching the debate number 1 on the Newshour this evening.
1
second, gentlemen. 1 second.
If something happens to India's Home Minister, Air Marshal, if something happens to India's Home Minister, your country is going to pay a price.
You know
sitting in Delhi. That he will not be so and so. He falls from grace, which most Indian leaders do. For cheap popularity in their constituency.
We've shown you in the past.
This is not how international relations are handled between
Don't use proxy elements.
Sovereign states.
You see viewers. You see viewers. 1 second, Maroof, a minute.
You are pathetic. You are a disaster. You are an embarrassment to the international community.
Maroof,
and that is what you wish. I don't know why Rajnath Singh is wasting his time trying to talk you people. You cannot talk sense to Pakistan.
My point is,
yes, you have RAW agents. RAW is not an intelligence agency. It is a terrorist agency. We have enough proof. We are sorting it out. Give us some time. We will send all your RAW agents back to India.
You have kidnapped that chap. Even the Iranians say you have kidnapped him. एक बंदे को kidnap करके आप उसकी दुम मरोड़ के you are getting him to make admissions.
Now, can I come into the debate, please?
Your Baluch insurgency.
Can I come into Maroof? 1 minute. Maroof. Let me tell Maroof just a while, please. I want to get Seshadri Chari also into the debate if he's there. Maroof a minute.
Crap. They don't deserve to be on your show. Because they are being prompted by the ISI.
Maroof,
they are being prompted by the ISI.
Maroof,
get me somebody who can make a sensible discourse. Don't get me these lackeys of
facts that are open to everybody. I get no information from ISI.
I'm surprised and amused at how the Pakistani guests are reacting this evening. 1 second. You know what is happening, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao? You are not even letting anyone speak over you.
What is happening is because you are becoming too illogical for me to absorb.
Air Vice Marshal, can I please say something, please? You just listen to me.
Please come in now. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. But you'll have to listen to me now, okay? You're a very senior man. Don't want to be disrespectful to you. I wish you listen. And believe me, Air Marshal Rao, you will benefit from this.
I don't want to hear that silly thing.
The fact of the matter is, I want Seshadri Chari to come in. 1 second, sir. There are other Indian panelists also want to say. And I just want you to remember today that you have no goodwill among any countries in the SAARC. They all hate you.
Is that your headache?
All SAARC countries despise you.
Is that your headache?
All SAARC countries.
Only, please.
Don't forget that the Bangladeshi Home Minister is not participating in the SAARC summit because of a diplomatic row between you and Bangladesh.
Don't miss him at all.
Yes. So you're disgraced. You have begun the summit with a blot. Countries are boycotting you. Seshadri Chari is on the debate tonight. Seshadri Chari, the consequences of leading Syed Salahuddin on the streets of Islamabad when Rajnath Singh lands there, please. Go ahead, sir.
One of their soldiers had hit your Prime Minister on his face.
1 second, sir.
Arnab, I think you... Arnab, I think you brought the debate back on the right track. You know, the whole debate is not about what is happening on the streets of Pakistan. What we are seeing on the streets of Pakistan is nothing new. Pakistan probably has accepted that they are a failing country. What is more important is the Home Minister of India is in Pakistan not for bilateral talks but for a multilateral talk. It's about SAARC. SAARC is about improvement in this region. SAARC is about the economic development of this region. And this region is not only Pakistan and India, this region has a lot of potential. If Pakistan does not realize all this potential and if they don't want to be part of the SAARC, I think it is for the other members of the SAARC to take up this issue and tell Pakistan to at least remain out of SAARC. We are not here to try to get Pakistan into the board of SAARC. We are already suffering. There was one meeting of SAARC which was cancelled only because Pakistan made it difficult for the SAARC meeting to take place. Even a country like Nepal has held SAARC meetings very successfully. Protests are not new, neither for the Indian Home Minister nor for any other person. When senior people from other countries visit India, there are protests. There are protests taking place outside the United Nations office in New York also.
Oh yes, there is.
But this is the first time when the protest is being supported. The protest is being supported.
That's right.
Orchestrated, choreographed,
financed,
totally helped, abetted by the state.
Sir, why are you not talking about curfew in Srinagar for last 3 weeks?
The Prime Minister of Pakistan.
How many people have you killed? How many people will you kill more?
You are
He has not even issued a single statement.
Just a minute, one minute. I want to ask you one second. I've asked Marshal Abid Rao, one second, Seshadri, Chari, please control yourself. 3 million people killed, 200,000 genocidal rapes in East Pakistan. What is Bangladesh? 3 million people killed, 2 lakh genocidal rapes in East Pakistan, and you are accusing us? It's laughable. Look at your record.
Yes, that was also bad. This is also
that
bad.
was also bad.
You don't become less bad
that
or
was
more
also bad is the answer he's
That
giving.
was bad in history. This is also very bad. Please have the courage to admit
what is happening
you have an example of
Arnab, limit yourself, sir, to what you know about. Maroof is on the debate.
Pakistan has been obsessed.
Maroof, Mr. Achakzai.
Will you in all honesty admit that your desire to do a Bangladesh on India has got you involved in so many ways in Kashmir in the hope of avenging the humiliation and then trying to blame us and choreographing the entire script to look like what you did in Bangladesh when the world knows that your level of atrocities surpass everything and can only be matched by the Nazis of World War II. And what are you talking about? Sharam kijiye. Don't lecture us, Air Marshal. Look inside. Tell me how many you've killed in Balochistan. Tell me how many you've killed in Baltistan. Then we'll tell you how many have died in Kashmir.
How many?
You are a bunch of liars. You're congenital liars. You're constantly fudging figures. And you're playing the old beaten out record that carries no relevance.
You are lecturing Pakistan. You are lecturing your neighboring
country.
You cannot lecture us.
You are raising the question. You are raising the question, Mr. Achakzai. Tell me how many people have you killed amongst the Pashtuns, amongst the Baluch, amongst the Baltis. Once you tell me an honest figure, I will tell you in all honesty.
Do you pellet guns being used, which is not banned internationally? You are using it on Kashmir, which you think is part of you. You are killing the people of Kashmir.
Tarek, Fatah.
Nobody should say anything.
Where is the mayor of
Achakzai
Karachi?
Sahab, your president Musharraf even condoned rape in Balochistan. Balochistan, you have killed people with your bare hands.
Achakzai has no
in
answer.
Balochistan, you have humiliated and driven people to death. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? मैं आपको किताबों के नाम बताऊं? What nonsense are you talking? Go and do your homework. Then come back on the show.
All of India today demanding an answer. All of India
be a free country.
Viewers today, Raj.
And your hands are bloody, Air Marshal. We know who you are.
Karachi. Remember,
our eyes are
I have
on
a
you.
piece of advice.
That is the problem. Arnab, that is the problem. That Pakistan, as Mr. Chari has brought out.
Gentlemen, if I may come in, I have a piece of advice for the panel out here. Rajnath Singh, no, sorry, 1 second, please, gentlemen. Rajnath Singh has landed in Islamabad. Maroof, gentlemen, 1 second. 1 second. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. We did you a favor.
Pakistan.
We did you a favor. Maroof, 1 minute. Maroof, let me say this to our Pakistani panelists, that we, being the generous, larger, mature, democracy, global power that we are, we did the bankrupt, decrepit, divided, terrorist state called Pakistan a gigantic favor by sending our Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh for a day's visit to Islamabad. I thought, Seshadri, Chari, I thought the Pakistanis would be eternally grateful. But the Pakistanis, the problem is, Seshadri, Chari, have a short memory and they forget everything. I think GD Bakshi, Mr. 1 second, Mr. Achakzai, why are you getting worked up when I'm telling you your history?
In Pakistan and in Kashmir, so don't flatten yourself that you are becoming a superpower of South Asia.
I'll do answer just tell one. No, GD Bakshi.
I would like to state, Arnab, I would like to state that there is a country who had been feeding the line, the sob story, that it is all the terrorists, the non-state actors who are doing this. The Pakistani state has nothing whatsoever. It is equally a victim. Today you see Mr. Achakzai, please listen. Today you have been exposed. So far, your democratic dispensation was a fig leaf. The Pakistani deep state was puppeteering controlling the puppet from
Achakzai, listen to him, please.
Today the problem is that you have allowed yourself to be cheerled by a bunch of internationally designated terrorists.
Sorry, you are kidding.
Have hijacked.
Sir, there is a, I thought, viewers, if I may come in here.
In control, my friend.
GD Bakshi, GD, one sec. GD, if I may come in and I can complete my point today. And please let me tell you, especially General Khalid Naeem, who has not spoken, and Saurabh Shukla, I want to come to you as well, but just wait a while. I don't get any great satisfaction by reminding you about 1947, 1965, 1971, 1999. Because each time you got a humiliating loss to India in armed conflicts. The problem is that your army is a bunch of losers. And this is the same army which Tarek Fateh will agree. They are good at only one thing. Achakzai, relax please, don't get worked up. I'm going to give you a little lesson into your history today. It will be instructional and useful for you to listen to me with your eyes open and your ears open today, sir.
Along
it's
the
the same army.
Pakistan. That is raw
Sir.
And your idiot troops fighting in Kashmir, occupied Kashmir. That is the reality of your troops that you're very proud of by killing innocent people and becoming a blot in the world's
Those are very brave boys,
That is what you are proud of.
They are far better than your boys. They are worth their weight in gold. We salute them.
Your conscience.
The question is tonight.
So don't you badmouth our boys.
No, what's it? GD Bakshi, I don't want to waste time with this kind of.
We will not accept it.
General Khalid Naeem and Saurabh Shukla on the other side, please. General Khalid Naeem and Saurabh Shukla, please. I'm not going to respond to people who use foul language. I simply want them to reveal themselves and think about it after the program. You see, the only question we are asking you, General Khalid Naeem, is this. You're a terrorist state, we all know. But there is a SAARC summit of whatever SAARC meeting of interior ministers, home ministers happening in your country's capital. The whole world is watching, right? Now, Osama bin Laden, General Khalid Naeem, a terrorist you so desperately tried to protect, was found where? He was found in Abbottabad, which is a military cantonment which houses the Pakistani military academy. All over the world, everyone laughed at you. Everyone asked you questions. Everyone said you're a bunch of liars and frauds because you were protecting Osama bin Laden near the Pakistani military academy. Now, what is happening today is bin Laden all over again, because if you look at today's pictures, and I now want to take them on the screen, you're seeing a so-called protest led by a terrorist called Syed Salahuddin, and it's about 9 kilometers from the ISI headquarters. It is 16 kilometers from the Pakistan National Assembly. It is 19 kilometers from the GHQ in Rawalpindi. You don't know a terrorist is on the loose? You don't know a terrorist is on the loose, Mr. Khalid Naeem? You're going to lie to me about that on the program tonight, Mr. Khalid Naeem? How is a terrorist on the loose? This man.
Are you finished?
This man. No, I'll finish. I'll just tell you a few more things about this man. Would you like to know something about this man? Syed Salahuddin, right? He is responsible for brutally murdering 23 Hindus, including women and children, in the Wandhama massacre in 1998 in a joint operation with the Lashkar-e-Toiba. Chapter 8 of the US State Department mentions him as one of the leaders of the biggest terror organizations, right? Targeting Indian military establishments in Jammu and Kashmir. The international community wants the United Nations to issue sanctions against him. He's sitting 6 kilometers from the ISI headquarters doing this. I mean, you're a laughing stock, General Naeem. You understand? Why are you doing this, Khalid Naeem? You should have at least tried to hide this part. Khalid Naeem and Seshadri Chari can take it forward. Yeah. Go on.
First of all,
Arnab,
why should an anchor be getting involved in these discussions?
Why
when
not?
You gather
Why not?
3 or 4 people on your side.
Why not?
And 3 or 4 people from
No, you
Pakistani
argue
side.
logically. Why shouldn't I?
And then you
Why
are the
shouldn't I?
one who is talking the most.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you questions because you're not being able to answer.
Job.
This debate is not about me. This debate is about the subject that you let a terrorist out. You let a terrorist out on the streets of Islamabad. That's the point. Yeah. Discuss that. Is he a terrorist?
What you're doing.
Is he a terrorist?
So
Is he a terrorist?
Allowing.
Is Syed Salahuddin a terrorist?
General Saab,
Is Syed Salahuddin a terrorist?
पूछना चाहता हूँ आप पाकिस्तानी तहजीब भूल गए हैं.
People have the right to protest, and did any harm
A terrorist
come to your home minister?
But he's not a student leader. He's a terrorist.
General, the right of protest.
And
what about these terrorists whom you are holding there? They are your state guests. Please answer that.
Listen to me. You are
running them. You are making sure that it's a tactical ploy to make sure that any attempt for any peaceful solution is scuttled and sabotaged.
India does
you don't want any peace to happen.
That's a joke of the century. And you always put Kashmir.
Come on, you talk about your joke. What are you doing in POK?
Haven't you seen the footages?
Using helicopter gunships in Balochistan on your own people, your young people.
Women and men
and you talk about a joke? This guy stays in a palatial house in Islamabad. Please answer that. Maybe one of your neighbors.
This is the writing on the wall. Kashmir can never be part of India.
Please answer the fact that is this Pakistani hospitality? That an Indian dignitary comes there and you parade a terrorist? You're running a supermarket of terrorism,
you have
General.
Perpetrated
Please see the mirror.
The worst kind of genocide.
Please see the writing on the wall. You've been banished. Every country today is banishing Pakistan.
Maroof.
Kashmir,
Let me assure you about that. You can keep ranting about Kashmir as you have done from your birth, and your grandchildren will keep doing that. But there's going to be no change in the status quo.
What I am saying is, Kashmir
it is just a matter of time.
Part of Pakistan.
It is just a matter of time. We will even take back the
viewers, interesting twist of turns has happened as far as Pakistan is concerned. Maroof, I've been looking at
because your army needs to keep the Kashmir bogie alive for its damn sustenance and living off the Pakistani establishment. You suck up more than half the country's budget because you use the Kashmir bogie. You talk of human rights. You have displaced 1.9 million people from Waziristan under the pretext of this farce of operation that you call innocent.
You are terrorizing the neighbors. You are terrorizing your own people. You are terrorizing the Kashmiris.
Human rights.
And then you are playing innocent.
Look what you have done in Balochistan. You have used helicopter gunship. Your president, who was one of your army men, Musharraf, even condoned
you are using pellet guns.
In Balochistan.
We will use every means against the raw agents. Every means against the raw agents.
You are trying to lecture us what we are doing. Come to my country and have a look, sir. Then you will change your notions about how a democracy functions.
With all our resources.
A simple question tonight. Maroof, 1 second. Maroof, let me say this, Maroof. Let me say this, Maroof. We save our words with the Pakistanis and they must only be told in bullet points. And Mr. Jan Achakzai. Mr. Jan Achakzai, remember.
I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it.
Mr. Achakzai. Mr. Achakzai, wait a minute. Mr. Achakzai, listen. You see, a frustrated army of a bankrupt nation run by mercenaries has no business talking about India. That's point number one. Point number two is this, that have you lost all sense of shame? You see, Tarek Fateh, ये पहले शर्मिंदा थे 2008 में जब ये 26/11 हुआ.
Your raw agent. Don't mention your raw agents, please.
I'm asking you a question.
I am a raw agent.
On raw salary.
When did I say I'm not a raw agent?
You are making judgments.
I am a raw agent.
You need to respond
absolutely.
To your
I have absolute no problem.
You are making propositions.
India is my motherland.
I'm challenging your propositions. The proxy.
Absolutely.
The sponsors, you are using it. That's the Indian. They are using it. Who's Gulbashan Yadav?
हम तो कहते हैं भारत माता की जय.
Are they making a picnic?
आप जाएं अपनी सऊदी माँ की इबादत करिए. कुछ चीन को भेज दिया, कुछ सऊदी को भेज दिया, और अमेरिका से लूट के खा रहे हो.
People of
बेगैरत लोग.
in India, other minorities, what the hell they have done it? Because you have no shame. You want to kill your own people. You want to rape your own women.
We'll get Air Marshal Latif Chaudhry to come and give you an answer.
The question is, sir, listen.
That's the Indian culture.
Field Marshal Manik Shaw को भूल गए हो.
Being raped in the state
Arora
of
Singh को भूल गए हो.
the state of Mumbai.
You forgot in 1971, you cowards.
That's what India is doing.
You raped 200,000 Bangladeshi women and you come here to lecture us about ethics and morals? Do you ever look at your face in the mirror in the morning?
You have no ethics. Is there any ethics what we see in Kashmir?
Ethics.
Women being raped.
Seshadri Chari.
There is no letter P in your Arabic.
I'm not doing anything.
Seshadri Chari.
Pakistan, Al-Pakistan. as in what is left over from Pakistan.
Every day,
Pakistan.
on the street of Delhi and Mumbai. Every day, men and women are maimed in Kashmir.
Mr. Achakzai, listen.
As we speak.
Mr. Achakzai. Mr. Achakzai, 1 minute. Mr. Achakzai, 1 minute. 1 minute. Mr. Achakzai, are you a Baluchi? Are you a Baluchi? Are you a Baluchi, Mr. Achakzai? Sorry, 1 second, Maroof. Maroof, I can't let this man get away with so much. Are you a Baluchi, Mr. Achakzai?
I'm a proud.
Are you a Baluchi? Are you a Baluchi? Are you a Baluchi, sir? Are you a Baluchi, sir? Are you a Baluchi? Are you a Baluchi, Mr. Achakzai?
Indian atrocity.
Are you a Baluchi?
Proud Baluchi.
Are you a Baluchi? Are you a Baluchi? You are a sellout, Mr. Achakzai. You are a sellout because people. You are a sellout, Mr. Baluchi.
You are a traitor. You are a traitor.
Mr. Achakzai.
I don't need your bloody certificate.
Mr. Achakzai. You see, I would be disgraced by wanting a certificate from a person like you.
I'm a Canadian over here.
Chari is responding. Let's go back to the issue. The pictures on the screen, please. Achakzai, take a break. And today, Rajnath Singh landed in Islamabad. And I think we take offense collectively as a nation at the fact that on the day when we actually were generous enough, Seshadri Chari, just coming to you, we were generous enough for our Home Minister, a very, very senior Indian leader, to go to Islamabad, not to give them a certificate, but because you're part of a participative dialogue process. But you can't let a terrorist out on the streets the day he lands there. That reveals you. That reveals you. You understand? Seshadri Chari is on the debate. I say put him back. Seshadri Chari is on the debate. Seshadri Chari, please.
He has to come
Seshadri Chari.
Arrogance is not acceptable to Pakistan.
I think you made, Arnab, I think you made two very important points. You made two important points. Number one, India has given an opportunity to Pakistan to showcase that they are a serious country. We are discussing SAARC, and on a day when half of the world will be watching what is happening in India, and given the popularity of your channel, strategic thinkers all over the world are watching this episode, and what they are comparing is, here is a country where all political parties come together and pass a GST, one country, one tax. They are progressing on the economic agenda, and here is another country where half of the country is turned into terrorists. The radical elements are spilling over on the streets of Islamabad, especially when a bilateral, multilateral discussion is taking place on the issue of terrorism. What are you showcasing? You have lost a golden opportunity to present to the world that we are one region. Even that opportunity you have lost. I am feeling very sad about the situation that Islamabad has created. I wish Islamabad is a little more serious as far as governance is concerned.
You cannot digest Balochistan. You cannot digest peaceful Fatah. You cannot digest peaceful Karachi. You cannot digest CPAC. That is what you are.
There is no peace, sir. There is no peace. There is no economic progress.
We will not be.
There is no economic progress in your country.
Don't you have some basic etiquette?
Sooner or later, you are not going to exist as a country at all. Your Sindh is going.
You will learn how to live with Pakistan's
your Balochistan is gone.
4 minutes on the debate.
That is what.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Balochistan is peaceful.
We don't have to learn at all. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's very unfortunate.
You may have a shock of.
You know, Mr. Achakzai. Mr. Achakzai, take a break. Mr. Achakzai. 1 second. Just a minute, Seshadri Chari. Achakzai, listen. You must remember, we have a long memory. Hafiz Saeed said in the 26/11 attack, Mr. Achakzai, listen to me. Listen to me. आप लोग सुनने की आदत नहीं, आप लोगों को इतनी एटिकेट नहीं है. आप इतनी एटिकेट नहीं है कि आप अभी सारे हिंदुस्तान में लोग आपको देश देख रहे हैं. आप पाकिस्तान का रिप्रेजेंटेशन कर रहे हैं. आप इतनी बदसलूकी से इधर पेश आ रहे हैं. आप जरा मेरी बात तो सुनिए प्लीज. लिहाज करके अपने ऑडियंस को के बारे में सोच के आप कैसे अपने कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. आप थोड़ा बेसिक एटिकेट मेंटेन करके बात कीजिए. सुनिए मेरी बात. Yes, 3 minutes on the debate. 3 minutes on the debate, Mr. Achakzai. And please remember, Hafiz Saeed openly threatened another 26/11 attack by saying, "आज हर शख्स जानता है कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूं." उन्होंने कहा था 26/11 के बाद कि आज हर शख्स जानता है कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूं, खूनी है वो, उसको आप वहां पे फैजलाबाद और लाहौर में उसका वहां परेड कराने, शर्म नहीं आती आपको? एंड इफ सैयद सलाहुद्दीन इज सच अ नोबल मैन एंड सच अ वर्चुअस मैन, एंड इफ सैयद सलाहुद्दीन इज सच अ पीस मेकर, इफ सैयद सलाहुद्दीन इज एन apostle of goodwill and generosity and world peace, let me ask you, why have you chosen to deploy Syed Salahuddin against India but not to save the people of Baluchistan, your own people who are being killed by your armed forces, who are responsible for the killing of 300,000 minorities in the province? Tell me, Mr. Achakzai, Mr. Achakzai, how does it feel to be a sellout? Mr. Achakzai, to be a Baluchi, today under the soil where you are sitting, Mr. Baluch leader, listen to me. Mr. Baluch leader,
your certificate.
Mr. Baluch leader. Mr. Baluch leader.
Baluch will rise. It's progressing.
Yeah, it will rise. I'll tell you what.
70-year-old Bukti, Akbar Khan Bukti in cold blood.
House network in Balochistan. Alhamdulillah.
Ask this Baluchi officer.
Every Pakistani.
Ask this Baluchi officer.
Seen.
Why? What was his feeling when Akbar Khan Bukti, a 70-year-old man, Baluchi leader, was killed by the Pakistani army? Where were you, General? You call yourself a Baluch? You call yourself a Baluch? Where were you when Akbar Khan Baluchi, a 70-year-old man, a respected leader of your area, was killed?
Where are you?
You are a disgrace to your race.
When women
and please look into the mirror, General. Kindly look into the mirror.
Viewers, the actions. Today is also a time. Today is also a time. Viewers. I just want to. I want the viewers. The Home Minister of India is in Pakistan. He landed today. The Home Minister of India, Rajnath Singh, is in Pakistan. The pictures I showed earlier, run them again. He's landed there today, and he's there on a one-day trip. I'm happy for one reason. The moment he finishes the meeting, he's not going to spend one more minute in Islamabad and going to fly straight back. I think Rajnath Singh is a wise man. He realizes it's foolish. He's gone there to carry out a formality. And on the day yet, this formality holds great significance for a terrorist nation. Because at the end of the day, consider this, the Home Minister of a country like India conceding and allowing the government of Pakistan to feel important with his presence for a while in Islamabad. The Pakistanis must be so grateful. They ought to be so grateful. But what do? This is a country. The reality is they can't even provide security. So Rajnath Singh was forced to take a 16-kilometer helicopter route because nobody is safe in Islamabad today. Terrorists are on the loose. How can you feel safe in a country where in the state national capital, you have terrorist leaders holding camps, sitting under flyovers? People who kill people in other countries and go uncontested. Hafiz Saeed Syed Salahuddin. Viewers, I would also like to say with all sincerity that within India, we've seen this debate, Maroof, happening over the last 1 week. And the debate has been led by some Pakistan apologists in India, Saurabh Shukla. And that debate has essentially said, please don't. The problem is in Kashmir and the problem is not in Pakistan. Today I think what Pakistan has done by unleashing Salahuddin has
the fore once again.
Yeah.
That the only industry that Pakistan has is terrorism. That is what they are showcasing. And all those people who have been talking about internal factors should realize that this is Pakistan. Pakistan
Tarek Fatah and Maroof Raza.
And the general should be apologizing.
Maroof Raza, immediate. Maroof Raza, we're going to debate number 2, implications, Maroof. Maroof, implications and why has Pakistan, my question to you, Maroof, is, why has Pakistan, only to Maroof, please, closing this, why has Pakistan done this? For all this while, for all this while, Pakistan always tried to maintain a divide, however ill-concealed and however obvious, they tried to maintain a pretense between the state and non-state actors. The whole argument is Hafiz Saeed non-state actor, Hizbul Mujahideen non-state actor. Today, Maroof, tell me one thing. What is the reason?
Just check the
what is the reason? No, one second. Mr. Achakzai, I gave you full time. I gave you full time. Maroof, what is the reason that Pakistan has chosen to demolish the divide they themselves created? Maroof.
Arnab, I have just 3 or 4 points, and Pakistanis would be requested to listen with some soberness. The first point is that these terror leaders like Hafiz Saeed and Salahuddin and others are pulled out from Pakistan from the cupboard from time to time. Every time they feel they can put pressure on India. And these people will be asked to go back by their military minders when they feel they have created enough pressure on India to get back to the discussion table. The second thing is, Pakistan, every time it brings out these terror lackeys, it backfires on Pakistan, because somehow all their plans against India have started off with a lot of drums and thumping of chest, but later they backfire. You look at 47, you look at 65, you look at 71, you look at Kargil, you look at Kashmir. All of them are failed operations at the end of the day. This one will also fail. And finally, and most importantly, Pakistan must understand that there are 2 to 3 SAARC nations out of 8 nations which are clearly against Pakistan, and hopefully 5 will be against Pakistan.
I'm closing the debate tomorrow.
And blaming Pakistan for orchestrating
I'm closing the debate. I'm closing the debate with a big thank you to the panelists on debate number 1, because we got breaking news. Pakistan, Maroof.
Even God will very soon abandon them.
Maroof, Pakistan. You see, look at Pakistan. Look at the contrast between India and Pakistan. Look at Pakistan. Pakistan is today parading terrorists on the streets of its capital. And India is taking one more step towards becoming a global economic superpower by passing the goods and service tax, creating one unified market across the country. It tells you the priorities. We are becoming one of the world's largest economies in a landmark economic reforms legislation. And Pakistan, in a landmark move, has let terrorists out on the streets. The contrast couldn't be more obvious. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 1.